It's been great, and she's been heaven. Silent Royal Hall. A dressy girl approaches a big piano. Nobody expected her to play because she was never meant to. When she did, mouths dropped. Cheers followed. The world noticed. This is how Princess Charlotte shocked everyone. She couldn't after being told. Born into a crown, not a choir. Princess Charlotte was born into a predestined existence. Everything around her was regulated from the start. Nothing was random, her clothes, smile, or timetable. Every royal child learns to act, walk, and speak when young. Their lives conform to the crown. Most kids play when they wake up. Charlotte woke up to train. She waved while others watched cartoons. She practiced sitting straight with her hands on her lap as others danced in their living rooms. The royal family operates that way. People demand calmness and good posture. Dreams and interests rarely come first. As third in line to the throne, Charlotte contributed. Growing up, she supported her older brother Prince George. She had to know royal duties and tradition. She learned to be courteous, calm, and stage-ready. The plan didn't include art or music. These were enjoyable yet unimportant. Most palace servants considered music a hobby, nothing to take seriously. They considered music a bonus, not a path. They wanted Charlotte to focus on public duty, not on the list, playing instruments. Thus, no one encouraged it. Charlotte discovered music alone. She immediately recognized sounds. Her love of rhythm was evident by age 3. She tapped windows during rain. She clapped to TV. She danced to radio melodies in the corridor. Walking down the steps, she hummed. Kate and William noticed. They saw Charlotte's face light up at music. She could hum something she heard. She loved sound. It both relaxed and delighted her. Fun often had to wait in their world. Royal sessions rarely discussed music. When Kate suggested piano lessons, it was ignored. Staff stated it wasn't fun. There were other priorities. A source said it's a pastime, not a priority. That was palace mood. Raising a future prince, not an artist, was the purpose. The photo they had of Charlotte didn't include piano. Charlotte remembered. Her eyes brightened up at every piano. She approached and softly pressed the keys. She pretended to type even when no one was watching. She tapped tables, laps, and books. She made her own beats. She played invisible notes like she was practicing without a piano. She tapped quietly by a piano at a family event. She's not training for the Royal Albert Hall, a neighboring employee stated. Although spoken with a smile, the meaning was apparent. Not many expected her to take music seriously. They believed it will pass. They found it cute yet unimportant. Charlotte repeated her lesson request. She remained interested. She declared her passion of music. Every time, the proposal was rejected. Other things took precedence. Schools, events, public appearances. Calendars always had more important events. Music wasn't appropriate. Charlotte persevered without lessons. She learned in her own universe. She imitated TV. She focused on the sounds surrounding her. Like a musician, she tapped her fingers. Without keys, notes, or sounds, she played. The music persisted. In her mind and heart. Her rebellion wasn't intentional. She followed the regulations. She smiled publicly. Her royal waves. But when she was alone, she thought about music. She absorbed it. It made her feel free despite everything being planned. Others observed what was happening. Especially Kate paid attentively. She saw Charlotte's attentiveness, calmness, and relaxation while music played. It didn't seem important then. Charlotte, a young girl, loved piano keys she couldn't touch. But a spark had been kindled, and it was becoming stronger. This was unplanned by the palace. Nobody predicted Charlotte's musical career. Sometimes the most powerful portions of a person start in stillness, little moments, or table taps. Even when music's doors gently closed on her, someone had the key. Charlotte's love for music was set to blossom, even in secret, breaking the silence. Charlotte's love of music grew daily inside the palace, despite the solitude. Kate saw it clearly. She saw Charlotte's joy as she tapped or hummed. Kate recognized her kid needed more than royal education. She needed tunes. Kate decided quietly. She secretly invited a piano teacher. Little was spoken about it. No one outside the family knew. Teacher entered by a side entrance. No one interrupted lessons in a small room. It was obvious the first day. Charlotte was gifted. She learned quickly. Charlotte recalled the teacher's notes. She was little, yet her fingers worked smoothly. She played with a grin. It didn't feel like work. Felt natural. The teacher was shocked. Not just attempting, Charlotte. She was learning fast. She listened intently. She questioned well. Every week she improved. Her pieces were lengthier. She gave songs emotion. Kate was glad. Her presence was felt during lessons. Sometimes Prince William visited. He waited at the doorway, listened silently, then departed. Family members said he was moved. He thought of Princess Diana, his mother, who played piano as a child. Charlotte kept learning. Still private, quiet. She rehearsed in little rooms before bed or in the morning. The palace's back music room was her favorite. Though elderly, she appreciated the piano's tone. The room became significant to her. Pieces by piece, she learned. Some were calm and gentle, others rapid and challenging. She managed both. Her teacher gave her harder songs. Charlotte didn't gripe. She enjoyed the test. Music calmed her. This helped her focus. At this stage, few knew she played. The royal staff didn't discuss it. Charlotte grew despite public ignorance. She didn't play for praise. She played for herself. Then something unexpected happened. The family organized a little charity for friends and supporters. Food, speeches, and soothing music were planned. A professional pianist was scheduled. The strategy failed the morning of the incident. A pianist called. He failed. He was delayed by traffic or weather. Nobody had backups. Event music would be removed. Charlotte heard the chatter. She approached her mother and said, "I can." She was quiet. She didn't plead. Her words were sincere. Kate paused. The event was public. It was packed with media, cameras, and grown-ups. But she nodded at Charlotte. Little yes, silent yes. News spread fast inside the building. Several were unsure of what to expect. But Kate had decided, and Charlotte was ready. It was a plain blue dress. Her sneakers were clean. Her hair was knotted. She appeared calm and concentrated. She moved steadily to the piano. The room quieted. She sat. Her hands were soft on the keys. She breathed and played. Clear, pleasant music. All notes were perfect. Her pace was leisurely. Her pause was brief. She handled the object carefully. Keys felt like part of her as she touched them. She seems calm. The room was silent throughout. No one moved. Nobody whispered. Everyone watched. A short pause followed the last note. People applauded. A few rose. Several appeared astonished. Some looked proud. One guest in the back filmed everything. The next event surprised everyone, including Charlotte. Palace shaking notes. Soft lights illuminated the room. Talking guests stood around. A few held beverages. Others viewed the wall artwork. A typical royal function. Clean, peaceful, and calm. A change occurred. In a powder blue dress, Charlotte advanced. She rarely ran or smiled. Walking slowly, she took little steps. People turned to see her. People seemed bewildered. She wasn't programmed. No one predicted her performance. She reached the piano. It sat in the corner, shining and big. She took out the bench and sat. Her feet were barely on the ground. Her hands were on the keys. She looked up, breathed softly, and started playing. The first note was clear. Then next. Room went quiet. Music was smooth and steady like water. Charlotte handled each roll well. She had powerful fingers. Her back was straight. This music was familiar to her. She kept going. All sounds were pleasant and rich. She persisted. No one spoke. Even waiters froze. Her songs fit the air. After finishing, she lifted her fingers from the keys. The last note lingered. Then clapping. Started tiny. A few hands, then more. The room soon joined in. Several stood. Some grinned widely. Some seemed shocked. Charlotte nodded quietly, left the bench, and returned to her family. One guest taped everything. They posted the footage online that night. A simple clip. Edits and titles are absent. It spread swiftly. Social networkers watched, liked, and shared. Others followed suit. Over 3 million people saw the video in a day. Feedback came from everywhere. Many called her talented. She played with heart, say some. Some said her hands moved magically. TikTok users remixed and filtered the video. Some showed it alongside their footage. Others utilized it for relaxing or dance music. Music teachers reacted. They discussed her timing and control. She plays like she understands the notes, commented one. Her hands moved like a trained athlete, said another. Celebrities joined. Notable musicians shared the clip. He offered her a free studio lesson. She has a talent, commented another. Music school invited. She was invited to visit or study. This took less than 2 days. Staff were shocked inside the palace. The performance was unplanned. There was no press release. People inquired if it was allowed. Others thought it was a sweet moment gone wrong. The palace moved fast. A brief media message was sent. It said Charlotte's song was meant to surprise. People say the family wished to keep quiet till the event. The goal was a modest moment, not a major tale. But family friends thought otherwise. Charlotte offered to play, Kate consented, and no one anticipated it to become a global story. This was no publicity stunt. It existed. That's why people adored it. Charlotte showed the royals' other side. She shared something personal and real. She proved royals have talents and goals. She proved their humanity. Conversation began. They wanted more authenticity, talent, and sincerity. Teachers taught kids Charlotte's story. Parents advised their children to experiment, as she did. Teachers used the video in music lesson. Look what's possible when someone believes in you. Inside the palace, things changed. Staff began to view youngsters differently. They suggested allowing kids more space to grow, time for art, music, and voice finding. Charlotte led quietly. She didn't yell or take charge. She played a tune, but few things reach people like that song. She was deemed the most emotionally strong queen of her time. Others believed she could shape the monarchy's destiny with her heart, not regulations. She showed the world what can happen when someone is listened. This little song would change Charlotte and her family's life. The sound of transition. People started discussing Charlotte's piano video after it went viral. It was longer than brief. Her quiet performance started something greater. People spread the clip nationwide. They also explained what it meant to them. Some considered themselves proud. Some thought it brought hope. Some stated it made them imagine the royal family. For years, royals followed the same course. Smiled, waved, and paused. They were expected to appear immaculate. Charlotte's tale revealed something fresh. Showed heart. She was happy. She proved royals can do more than obey. Families heard her tale from parenting bloggers. They termed it an excellent example of what may happen when a youngster grows. She was mentioned in TED Talks. They stated her music said every youngster has something special to offer. One British MP also spoke in Parliament. He praised her bravery. He praised her act of bravery in front of so many people. He silently praised her for her generosity and strength. Letters entered the palace. Parents stated Charlotte inspired their kids to play piano. The mother stated her shy daughter never wanted to perform in public. After seeing Charlotte, she requested a piano and learned her first song. My child feels seen, stated another parent. Charlotte showed her that trying when no one expects it is okay. Charlotte brought people reality. She contributed more than music. She made students feel free to dream. She quietly allowed them to pursue their passions. The palace witnessed everything. It initially surprised them. The concert wasn't planned, but they watched Charlotte receive global plaudits. They couldn't ignore her influence. So the palace decided. It was welcomed. Charlotte was asked to perform again. First, a little family gathering. A neighborhood children's benefit followed. Simple moments mattered, not large shows. Charlotte always played the piano from the heart and impacted the room. The girl was young. She spoke little. Neither did she act glamorous. Playing was her passion. People sensed it. Others perceived the royal family differently after her story. Some claimed the royals were becoming more human. By being herself, Charlotte changed that. New ideas emerged in the palace. Staff began encouraging creativity. Dance, music, and art at space. More royal kids took lessons. Hobbies got more time. The regulations remained, but the walls were softer. Charlotte didn't purposely change anything. She did what made her happy. Her deeds spoke louder than words. People claimed she contributed something new. She was described as a modern royal, quiet and honest. She made the royal family more real. Music, emotion, and quiet courage, plus old customs and traditions. Charlotte proved royalty is more than standing motionless. Bring your story to the world. She showed that kindness, talent, and heart can coexist with titles. Charlotte played unexpectedly and changed everything. Comment what you think. Tap like if you think every child should shine, crown or not. Subscribe for more unexpected royal stories.